What's going on, everybody? This is episode 7 of the Brodega podcast, the show made by bros for bros. He is Tommy. I am Cole. What do we got going on for the show today, Tommy?
The show for bros and broettes.
What was that?
That was a wink.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know how to wink, dude, all right? I'm still learning.
You can't close one eye and keep one eye open?
No, only when I'm sleeping.
For all the haters out there.
They're coming for me.
You really can't
Yeah.
do this?
No, I can't. It's like,
Do it again. Do it to me.
it's like, they like, I want to blink, and then it's just like,
You
it
look
goes
like-
half, then full.
You look like you're either doing one thing. You're giving me a nervous smile or you have to take a shit.
A little bit of both.
Like this is you.
I don't know, dude. I'd never,
Just scrunch your face.
I've never had to wink at anybody. You know, and you're just like walking by, and you're just like, what's good? Like, I never had that issue, like, what's good?
Try this.
I gotta do my left one. My right one doesn't work. Nope.
Oh, you gotta hold your eye open. You don't just
Hold it open. There you go. Look at that. You see that?
so that maybe you can just disguise it when you're saying like you're
What's
winking.
up?
You can give the asa dude, and then you can be like,
Look like I'm having a stroke. Do you smell burnt toast?
you look like, hey, you guys.
For the Goonies. I saw this actual TikTok, and it's a dude. He's running he usually runs throwing knives. Like, you know, they like down a dude and they throw a throwing knife at him and
Yeah.
he dies instantly. Well, he accidentally and he didn't realize, but he had C4 this time. And he goes to kill the dude and he throws a C4 at him and it bounces off of him. And then it cuts to the Goonies of when the Babe Ruth his fucking face, and he's like, what the fuck? I just thought that's like I think of that TikTok all the fucking time, dude.
Sloth, loaf, chunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that movie. Well, hey man, you picked up the beer this week. You wanna give it the promo?
Yeah, we have a solid 4-pack of service because I have a control issue and can't have beer sitting in my fridge for too long.
For 2 hours.
Yeah, I did pick it up today. Dude, I was cleaning. I cleaned the house before I leave.
But you were at the liquor store. You could have bought a Tommy pack and a Brodega pack.
Yeah, but I was just like, 2 birds, 1 stone.
That's not how they say it. It's 2 birds stoned at once.
Really?
No,
Oh, yeah.
that's
So
just what
what
I
is
say.
this? Fucking the Muslim?
That's from Trailer Park Boys. Also a great show.
Yeah. But today we have Service Brewing Company again, local beer. Yeah, I just found out they're on Indiana Avenue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's named after your hometown or home state. No, it's actually Indian Street. Sorry.
You're either Indiana or you're out Deanda.
Oh, you know what I tell people about this all the time.
What?
About how you say getting ready. I mention it.
Can we
all the
talk
time.
about it after we crack this open?
Yeah, okay,
You
yeah.
did a shitty promo. All right, so it's a Pilsner, everybody. It's a Rally Point Pilsner. Let's give it a try.
All right.
Hi.
Did you shake mine up?
No.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's amazing.
That's actually really good. It's like a fancier Miller Lite. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely a pilsner. So
Yeah.
you know, it's the golden beers like Bud and
It just tastes better
yeah,
than the
it's
big
got a little
brand.
spice to it at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. I mean, but you know, I'm always down to support local companies. So
Me too. I also like to wear a flannel and big glasses and only eat farm to table. But yeah, so in the Midwest,
dude, so I remember I forgot what it was. I think we were in Nashville for your 21st birthday, and I think it's the first time you ever texted to me. And we were all getting ready to go downtown, and mind you, I bought your first first legal shot.
yeah, like 12 in
Minutes.
1 second.
Yeah,
Like midnight in 1 second.
yeah. What do we have? We had Jameson first.
Shot of JMO, and I think we were at
And-
we were at some dive bars. Like we got like a Yingling.
Yeah, and then we went to the Four Horsemen or something like that, because Dean was like, "Hey, let's get fucking obliterated," and I was like,
All right.
we still have to fly back or drive back. But he's like, yeah, let's do a Four Horsemen. I was like, whatever, don't give a shit. And it
I ain't
wasn't
paying.
yeah, it wasn't your first time drinking anyway. So.
That was the best time. I don't mean to take off story, but that being 21's your best time,
Mhm.
especially not even that day, but that window. Because like the whole night, people are like, "Oh, you're 21. Next beer's on me," and you're like, "Thanks,
Exactly.
pal." Like you don't pay for a single drink for like a month, or like you come out and you're like, "Oh, I'm new to the bar scene. I just turned 21." They're like, "Oh, really? Huh? Well,
Yeah.
you know what? First one's on me."
Exactly, yeah. So it was pretty cool. But fuck. What's it saying?
It's about what I say when I say I'm
Oh yeah.
getting
we were
ready to go somewhere.
we were in Nashville getting ready to go downtown. Your first like legal bar hopping or whatever. And I said, "Hey, I said I'm ready, like, come down to the lobby whenever you are." He said, "Yeah, I'm getting around." And I said, "You're doing what?" I was like, "Isn't your wife here?" Because getting around is like,
I know what getting around means to like, and we use that too. Like, oh, you're getting around.
yeah,
But in the Midwest, like, you're like, hey, we're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go do this thing. You're like, all right, hey, give me 30 minutes to get around. And get around. Like, it entails everything, right? Like clothes,
that's called
shower,
getting ready.
brush your teeth, whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah, getting ready.
It's the same shit.
It's not the same shit. Getting around is fucking around.
Now, I get that figure of speech, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm getting around.
Yeah, you are.
It's not as
I'm home to
stupid.
dudes.
Yeah, I love dudes, dude. Just dick fest everywhere. It's like Nathan's hot dog eating contest every day.
And I'm Joey Chestnut. You know Joey Chestnut's from my hometown.
Yes, you have
Yeah.
told me, and I am actually really into competitive eating.
Mm-hmm.
So when you told me that, I freaked out because I want to meet Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, his dad was the band director for all my sisters who went their band.
I still want to go to Coney Island and watch it live.
Oh yeah.
And I would say Joey Chestnut is my second favorite person actually in all of competitive eating. You know what my
Really?
favorite is? It's the guy that MCs the event. I'll tell you what, if there's one fucking job I could have, like as like a bullshit job, it's that.
Yeah.
Like I want that job. That guy is at Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and all he does for these competitions is come up with awesome introductions and then dress like one of those fancy carnies with the straw like round hats.
he was probably a prior stripper announcer.
Maybe like I actually read an article like he does a little bit more than that, but like his big thing is he's like for instance, there's a guy named Eater X and he paints an X on his face, and the MC, I forget his name. I wish I could show some respect, but he'd be like and like you could tell he's like
Passionate about it.
well, he's passionate, and if you watch the mic shaking, and he's like, from the outskirts of the furthest points of space comes a man who is in love with two things: space travel and competitive eating. He has now come to the biggest eating contest on Earth to dethrone our king. He is Eater X. And like every single intro is like that.
It's fucking just insane. I mean, you can imagine that. I'm pretty sure he probably emceed at a strip club before.
I would be good at that too. Like,
Yeah.
check this out. Like,
Next on the stage.
hey, coming up next to the stage, got a lot of shooting, killing going on. Hey, give it up for Odyssey. I've never been to a strip club though. I'm just, movies.
You can
Never.
imagine what it's like.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Give a round of applause for Jasmine. Hey, right now we got going on 2-for-1 beers, and give it up for Destiny.
Your favorite spice in the cabinet? Or cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Oh man. So going out of town, going back to the homeland.
The old
mother-
707.
Oh, 707 backwards, bitch. But going back to the old motherland, and so I drop off my dog. Damn, watching my dog,
Fuck Dan.
Yeah, fuck damn. And so I drop off the dogs and everything. I drop off my dog, put him upstairs and all that, and I chug him also right before I get there. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a piss before I go. And I go in the bathroom, taking a piss, and like it's kind of like it's like underneath a stairwell. It's like a half bath, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm taking a piss, and I'm just you're doing your thing, looking around, doing your thing, and I look at the right, and his whole family is just staring at me. He has a picture of his whole family
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
That's weird.
It's weird, right? I don't think it was Dan who did it. However,
But
I made sure to
let him know.
Let him know. I was like, no one wants your whole family staring at you while you're taking a shit, dude. Like,
like it kind of feels wrong too, like like kids and all that,
Yeah.
and you're just over there relieving yourself.
I don't know. I had to bring that up. It was kind of mess with me.
No, like my wife tried that too. She was like decorating the house when I moved in. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like this does not belong in here. And like then she tried to replace it with just a picture of her and I. And I'm like, still,
Yeah.
like you just put signs up and shit like that. You know,
Nice ass or something like that on the toilet. That's
Yeah.
the one I like a lot.
you don't.
You have a book of with
Yes.
her.
I have Ron Burgundy's autobiography.
Yeah. More than once I've sat there and take a shit in your house and read that book.
It's pretty good too. Like they wrote it like
Yeah,
Burgundy's talking.
Oh man. But yeah, don't put fucking family pictures in your house. Or in your bathroom. In your house for sure, but definitely not in the bathroom. It's weird.
Well, hey, one thing we haven't done yet on the show is we haven't taken our honorary shot.
Oh yeah.
So let's get it done. It is the same old Red Stag. And this show has a little bit of importance with this liquor.
Mhm.
Just a smidge, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
It's not just because we got to get rid of it. We like it as usual. I've said before, it's great to mix with a Coke. Ooh, a little heavy pour for you there.
It's all good.
I'll match it.
I have to fly tomorrow. It'll help me just
Fall
asleep on the plane.
All right, to episode 7, my friend.
Hell yeah. Lucky number 7. Let's do it. Sweet as always.
Episode 7. For the 707. Say it backwards, bitch. Did I say it right?
Yeah. Oh man. John always gives me shit. John Carlson.
Oh, yeah. So,
because he's from the 757,
Well, then-
Virginia.
John also likes to talk that shit.
He does, yeah.
I'll never forget. So, John, for those of you who don't know, he's a small, kind of skinny guy, but like he was that guy that was small in high school and knew the only weapon he had was his mouth. Like
He perfected shit talking, dude.
he
He's
did.
good.
He's good at it. Now, he's gonna get pissed at me. John is actually looking pretty ripped right now.
Right now,
No
yeah,
homo, but homo.
Mm-hmm.
He's lifting weights. But yeah, like he was like that small kid in school, and the only thing they had would be like, "Fuck you, dude," and he'd be like, "Oh yeah," and he just says some shit, and you're like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
And I'll never forget you were like sick or something like that, and or like hanging out working, and I was telling him like, "Yeah, dude, Tommy's like, he's proud about where he came from, like
Yeah.
707 Bay Area," and he's like, "Oh, like E40, Mac Dre, and all that shit." I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, I was like, I got introduced
Yeah.
to that culture, and he's like, "Watch this shit." And he goes, he texts you,
I remember.
"Hey bro, I just want to let you know, while you're laying there sick, fuck Mac Dre and fuck E40." And I'm telling you, with like almost instantly, there are the 3 texting bubbles on an iPhone.
Yeah.
And Tommy responds, "Fuck you and fuck whatever set you're from." or
Yeah.
something like that.
I said, "Fuck you and wherever you're from, bitch." And he's like 757. I was like, "Bitch, 707, say backwards." And he was like, I was like, "Did you ever disrespect the Bay Area like that?" And he's like, "Virginia's got better weed than fucking it." And he's like, "Anywhere in California." I said, "You're fucking retarded." And I was like, "Do you understand? Like, you definitely the first thing you shouldn't have wanted to is weed. Okay, California is like known. It's renowned.
Yeah, weed,
Yeah.
homeless people.
Yeah. And then the women.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Katy Perry sang it best. You know what I mean? So. But yeah. But John is really good at shit talking. It's actually kind of fun to fucking.
I love to
shit
have him on here. Like he's fucking ruthless.
talk. Yeah.
I remember that he's like recently calling people simp has become a thing. And for people that don't know, simp is basically like a girl will be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't pay my electric bill. If only
That's
I
exactly what I was gonna say.
if if only I had, like I just need $40 and I'll be able to pay my bills." And some guy's like, here's $40."
Yeah.
And then he gets like nothing in return. She's like,
Yeah.
"Gee, thanks. You're a good friend." Or like he does that with the chance of thinking that he's gonna get some pussy.
And it never happens.
Yeah. So like that's what a simp is, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like recently, like that's been the thing to call people. It's like a simp
Simp
or
and
a cuck.
that, yeah, cuck.
And which is a cuck. Cuck is a guy that likes to watch somebody else fuck his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What's another one? I saw another one that says, fuck, what was it? It said you're a simp and you're breedable. Like, I was like, what?
I don't even really know what that means, but it flows well.
Yeah, you're a simp and you're breedable. And I was like, what the fuck is this about?
But anyway, so like being in our job, you have to have thick skins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like you're not gonna survive. You can't take some harassment and deal some back.
Yeah.
And,
And that's one of the questions I ask
Yeah.
whenever we interview somebody, and I was like, "Do you have thick skin?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "We'll fucking see."
we'll find out.
Yeah.
And well, so like obviously I'm used to people call me bitch, whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck you.
Hey, you have a post-it note from?
Yeah, I have my on my desk when I took this position, get moved in and I go to sit down and there I have I utilize post-it notes like no other. Like it helps me remember shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a post-it note hanging at the top part of my desk that says "You a bitch." Tommy wrote. And I've had that post-it note hanging for 10 months now.
Yeah.
Ever since I took that job. And it never fails. Once a week, someone walks in, "You a bitch." And I'm like, and they're like, "What's the deal with that?" I'm like, keeps me honest.
Well, I meant it. That's from my heart.
Make sure I just turn and look at that post-it note and it checks me.
Yeah,
It keeps me humble. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just eating lunch. I'm like making a sandwich or something like that, and I'm talking shit to John, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, cuck." And I remember my reaction, and this was totally genuine. I like put my knife down that I was like spreading on my sandwich, and I like kind of like tilted my head and looked off, and I like looked at him, and I said, "I really didn't like that."
I'm not a fan of that word or whatever it means.
Yeah, well, I knew it was me, and it was the first time someone had called me a cuck, and it was fucking hilarious because I was just like, it was genuine. I'm like, I just realized I don't like that.
I'm
He's
not
like,
a fan of this.
he's like, now I'm gonna call you all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, imagine like it's like me, just like 30 pounds lighter and black.
And, like I would argue way better at shit talking, and you're good at shit talking. He's major league shit talker.
I'm really good at attacking people personally.
Yeah,
I get to know people, find out their weaknesses, what really triggers them,
yeah.
and then I just
You're perfect at it with me.
dig it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I like to play along with it because like I kind of miss the old me.
Yeah.
Before I had responsibilities. Like
Terrible.
I can't assault people.
I know, right? Dude,
Yeah.
it sucks, dude. As you progress, you're just like, God, man.
I got shit to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like my rank and shit.
Like
Fuck,
when I was a teenager, someone would be like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "Oh, let's fight!" Like
Yeah.
instantly. But yeah,
True.
yeah, he's a major league shit talker.
Yeah. True fan of it though, for sure. Oh man, let's get into it.
Yeah,
So
let's do it.
As we both talked about this actually as we were coming up with the show notes and everything, and I was like, did you see season 6 trailer of Warzone?
What was my response?
Then you were taking a shit and scrolled right past it.
I do not give a fuck.
I saw it in passing. I was watching Stone Mountain stream.
Yeah.
And he was streaming New World, and he was doing the Battlefield beta. Are you gonna download Battlefield when it comes out?
I actually am a fan of Battlefield. It depends on the game though, because
Okay.
again, I think some of it's a little repetitive, but I think I'm going to.
Yeah. I know we're getting on New World once it comes out.
You're
Once you
goddamn right,
get
yeah.
your PC.
You're goddamn right.
I know Forrest was on actual New World.
I'm hearing good things.
I heard good things as well.
There are guys we work with took work off.
Yeah. To go to play it, absolutely. But what I heard though was the queue time. Forrest tried to queue into it on lunch. There
Mhm.
was 3,000 people in the queue
Waiting.
waiting to get into a game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So
glad I didn't get right out of the gate, so I
yeah,
have to fix that.
yeah. And I told him like everybody's like, you getting on, you getting on. I was like, I'm waiting for Cole to get his PC and then I'll get on because I don't want to get on, get good at it, and then you get on and then fucking like I'm like, all
I'm
right,
level
well,
1, you're level 90.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was playing some Apex today though, and the servers are good.
Oh,
The
they're
servers,
back?
yeah, the servers are back.
That was
next
getting
week.
annoying, man.
It was, yeah. But yeah, season 6 Warzone's coming out, and I thought about because I started getting my ass whooped in arenas. There's a Bloodhound, like season promo going on right now. Like you have to find the White Raven. And
Oh,
if you,
yeah?
if you find the White Raven throughout the game, then like you know how he holds the black one.
Yeah.
He's
You
gonna
get
have
the white one?
You get the white one. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you
that's
find it like
nice.
in the game. But for you guys who know, Bloodhound is an Apex legend inside of a game that we all play. Fun fucking game. If you're looking for a new game, Apex. It's nothing new, but it's always fun.
Yeah, I would argue Bloodhound might be the most popular character in the game.
Yeah,
You know,
but yeah,
uh,
it's pretty much wall hacks, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so in this game, you pick a character.
Yeah.
And, like, each character has an ability. And Bloodhound, he's, like, German, religious,
Yeah.
and, like, he's got a bunch of sonar abilities. So, like,
Yeah.
he'll be running, and he'll, like, hit a sonar to find people in the
Mm-hmm.
game. So, you know, like, if everyone's sneaking up on you. And he's just
then-
like, oh, Father, give me sight.
Yeah. And then when the Beast of the Hunt dude, when he turned it on, that's
Yeah.
like his ultimate or whatever. He has a tactical then ultimate. He turns on the Beast of the Hunt, and then like everything's black and white except for people who are red, and his motherfucker's just like running. Dude.
Fast,
He's
yeah.
fast as shit. You can hear him breathing, and people around you can hear him breathing, and his eyes glow red. Like it's fucking. What if you hear Beast of the Hunt near you, you're like, fuck, dude,
God
he's
damn
coming. Bloodhound's coming, but yeah, same thing, dude. Like Stone Mountain fucking mentioned it, and I was like, dude, I'm not even worried about it. I do want to get into maybe some Rebirth with Dan and one of his buddies from back home.
Yeah.
Just 'cause it's fast paced, kind of like Apex is. Like Apex is it's fight after fight after fight.
And the new Call of Duty's coming out next month. Oh, we're about to be in October.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's coming out in November.
yeah. Vanguard's coming out, but I don't think I'm gonna download it honestly.
I'm not going to download it opening day,
Mm-hmm.
but if the Battle Royale is
Yeah.
legit.
Well, the battle royale, there's not gonna be a battle royale. They're just gonna add everything's gonna be cross progressive. So Warzone's still gonna be Warzone, but you're gonna be able to use Vanguard guns in
Ah.
Warzone. You know how like they use like Black Ops guns now, like
Yeah.
all the Black Ops guns, or
Yeah, but it's going to be new. It's going to be a new map.
yeah,
so-
but the new map is gonna be into Warzone.
I get that. So that's what I'm getting at. If like the new map and everything's fun, it's legit. I might get it
Mm-hmm.
just so I can have like good guns and enjoy myself.
Yeah, because you know it happens every time. Like so, whenever a new Call of Duty comes out, the OP guns
Is
are,
the new game guns.
is whatever the name goes. Yeah, I mean, okay, cool. It's a cool marketing skill.
Yeah.
Like everybody's using like right now the meta is like the Cold War AK-47 and the AK excuse me the Tech 9 from Cold War as well.
Tech 9 Midwest. What's up?
So like it's just
Yeah.
that's the meta is because they're trying to sell Cold War until Vanguard comes out.
Yeah.
And then when Vanguard comes out, the fucking M1 Grand's gonna be the
Yeah.
fucking
I'm telling you, I think the sniper rifle is gonna be Car 98.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think the PPSH is going to be like the submachine gun of choice, and they'll probably throw in like some Japanese like assault rifle or something.
Oh yeah.
That'll be the meta, or like the Thompson or something.
Yeah, or some German weapons or something like
Yeah.
that. It's gonna be the OP guns are gonna be the Vanguard guns.
So like that's what I'm getting at. If people are like, hey, the new Warzone's legit, I'm like, oh, I might give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know, wait till there's a sale on Steam or something.
Yeah,
But I plan on putting a lot of hours into New World.
me too.
That's
I've never played MMO.
so that's my skill set.
Mhm.
Like I know like on the Twitch stream and stuff, everyone's like, "Oh, you're bad." Like I fucking know that. Like I'm sorry, there's only so much like point and shoot stuff I can do till I'm bored. Now, the battle royales and playing with my friends has helped, right?
Yeah.
It's not like me playing with my friends and run around a map and have a strategy. That helps because I like being able to escape and, you know, like do something else for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I like the open world stuff. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of New World here soon, but
Yeah, Absolutely. I think New World's gonna be pretty fun. Battlefield, I think 2042 is gonna be pretty fun. Apex next month's coming out with a new season. Supposedly they're supposed to be adding quads.
They fucking better,
I
dude.
hope they do. There's definitely gonna be a new map for sure, but there's been talk of quads, and I'm like, I'm kind of there for that.
I I hope they do because like you, myself, and fuck Dan
Yeah.
have been running trios, and then
Yeah.
our buddy Forrest, who's actually like way better than all three of us.
Yeah.
He's very good at the game. He wanted to play with us, and it was like
I was like, we gotta go pick
I
up.
could only
Dan.
have three,
Yeah.
and like I
'Cause we-
felt bad because I was actually having fun with Forrest.
Yeah. Well, Force is like a coach.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Like we were playing like arena, so you're playing a small map, just trying to kill the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And before the match starts, Forrest is like, "All right, one guy's gonna go left here, the other two are gonna go right here," and it worked fucking perfectly.
Yeah. He definitely coached us through all these wins.
I just remember I'm like I shot a guy in the back, like I went left, and then there was a guy like sitting there hiding behind a bush, didn't even know I was there. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, and I shot him, and I was like, oh my god, that worked.
Absolutely. So hopefully Warzone, the new map's fun. Apex coming out with some bigger things. New World's out. Supposedly though, Halo may not have a battle royale.
So that makes me think they're having problems because they advertised that at E3.
Did they?
Yeah, they
'Cause
advertised that
in the
they're gonna,
beta, no battle royale play.
yeah, they advertised that they were gonna have a battle royale at E3.
Yeah.
So that they're either just not letting people experience that part,
Mm-hmm.
or there's fucking problems. And I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet that the second one's probably the one.
Absolutely. So moving on from video game talk, and speaking of coaches
Yeah.
and everything like that, you just had someone pass, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just for sake of being sensitive and stuff, I'm not gonna say this person's name or the family name or
absolutely.
anything. But a good friend from like when I grew up in high school, we were like I have a lot of sisters.
Yeah.
I don't have a single brother. And he was kind of like my brother.
Absolutely.
Like we
I
did
fully understand that. Yeah.
And like like people know there's like that family where you don't even knock, you just walk in their house.
Yeah. I got a few of those friends from back home. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would walk in through their garage and like my buddy Brian and I we loved Lipton green teas. Not good for you, full of sugar,
Oh, yeah.
but we love those things.
Yeah.
So the move was I would drive to his house, go through his garage, and they had a big old like concession stand fridge, like for like sodas and stuff, and there'd be a fuck ton of Lipton green teas in there. And the move was I just knew I grabbed two, one for me, one for Brian. I walk in, and like his dad. So his dad's the one that passed.
That passed. Yeah.
Like sometimes I'd see him first, and I'd be like, "What's up, you dumb son of a bitch?" You know, like he was just that guy where he would look and he'd be like, "Fuck you, Cole."
Yeah.
And he's like, country blue collar dude.
Oh yeah.
And that guy treated me like one of his sons.
Yeah.
He was like, think about like I said, he's like a blue collar hard ass dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm serious. Like this guy would do anything, like heart of gold. So when I joined the army, I joined to like work on helicopters.
Yeah.
And my stepdad even joked like I didn't even know how to turn a wrench.
Yeah.
Like I asked Terry, I was like, "Hey," because he owned his own HVAC company, like air conditioning, all that.
Yeah.
And I just said his name. God damn it.
It's all good.
So I was like, "Hey, I don't know how to work on anything."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Can you teach me?" He's like, "Yeah." And I fully expected to work for him installing AC units
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
and just learning how to like work tools, work with my hands and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought I was getting out of it. And then like I remember my first day at work, he's like, "Here you go." And I was like, "What's this?" And he like handed me a wad of cash and he's like, "That's your pay for the day." And I was like, "Dude, I just wanted to learn to work with my hands, like, you know, like learn to be like, you know, be a man a little bit, you know?" And,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I don't care. You did good work for me. Yeah, you had a good attitude. Here you go." Like just kind shit like that, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And like the other thing too is you know, like a mentor, right? He helped like pretty much show Brian and I how to be like men with honor and things like that, integrity,
Absolutely.
do things the right way. And the other thing was, people know me. I'm really into football.
Mhm.
I've talked about it a lot in the show. My senior year of high school, I was a 295-pound offensive lineman.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our team was able to run a lot of shotgun because I practiced I'm telling you, like, end of my junior year ended, and I worked with our quarterback just shotgun snapping. I got to the point where I could shotgun snap the ball, and the laces would land in his fingers, and I'm like, this is my fucking year, dude.
Yeah.
I quit doing multiple sports my sophomore year to get a college scholarship to play football.
Yeah.
And first week of football, guy falls on my knee, tears my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Worked my ass off to get back. Some politics happen. Look, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, my high school year, I've done way cooler shit than high school football.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just the magnitude of what this guy
the
did.
remembrance of what's happening, yeah.
And I remember I had to share snaps with a kid that was friends with one of the coaches.
Yeah.
And their whole thing was, well, your knee. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking good to go.
I'm back.
I was not back, but I was like, I'm back.
Yeah.
And I remember, so Brian's dad, he drank with my offensive line coach.
Yeah.
And they're buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, integrity. He's like, I'm not going to tell the coach how to coach. Like, he never did that shit. We had to earn our fucking right.
Absolutely.
And I played next to Brian. I was the center. He was the guard right next to me. So we'd fuck guys up every game. If I could play one more play of football, it would be 43 trap. So Brian and I could fuck a guy up.
Yeah.
I remember I found out after the season was over that his dad looked at him while they were drinking. He goes, you know, I don't do this. But he's like, you're fucking over, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's bullshit. He's like, fucking make it right. And checked his friend. And then he was like, the next week, all of a sudden I wasn't sharing snaps. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. This is supposed to be a comedy podcast. This show's a little dedicated to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just a little shout out to the family and all that. Mm-hmm. Love you all. Mm-hmm. And it's just, we have mentors like that. And it's weird, it's not like he was some kid or anything. He taught me a lot about life. And just hurt a little bit this weekend.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Absolutely. You're lucky to have, multiple guys like that in your life, with your, your stepdad, your dad, is cool shit. Yeah, there's a lot of mentors in your life. Speaking of mentors, I grew up in the system, stuff like that. So I got adopted and everything like that. And I remember before I even got adopted, so I was actually adopted by my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
So it's very fortunate, stay in the family type of thing. And I remember staying on the topic of sports. I remember my dad was really good at baseball.
Yeah.
He was really good at any sports he did. My dad was always just a very competitive person, very just he loved competition, you know what I mean? And always a mentor too. If I was to ever I would base my life after my dad just on how genuine of a person is. A mentor, a role model type of stuff like that. Dude has 8 kids, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I met your family. Totally admirable what your parents did.
Absolutely. They're saints. There's nothing I can do to compare to what they've ever done for me, but it's absolutely. But I have a really funny story on the beginning of
being adopted.
Being adopted, going through that whole process and stuff like that. So originally it starts out like a foster program. They became foster parents and they fostered me because I was already in the system. And their big thing was they wanted me to be a kid. You know what I mean? They wanted me to do my things.
Yeah, you didn't have your chance before.
Yeah, I didn't have a really good childhood, So they were like, well, let's get you into sports and stuff like that. So they signed me up for Babe Ruth baseball, which is they have minors and majors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's after majors. It's you're in high school, but
travel league.
Exactly. Yeah.
I used to umpire.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of like a travel league type of thing, and you did it on the off season. I was terrible. Never threw a baseball. Never caught a ball. Didn't know the fuck cleats were. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't what I grew up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So First day of baseball practice, I get signed on local 136, the Vallejo team. Um, and the local 136 was a union in Vallejo, and they sponsor the team type of thing.
Yeah.
And we get signed up, and they're like, "Well, like, what do you know about baseball?" Like, the coach talked to me, older dude, really cool. But he passed away. He passed away a few years back. But um, I was like, I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, I know nothing.
And that's I'm sorry. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
People that don't know, like, when you do travel league, like, you're basically in middle school. These kids have been playing with each other for years, and you just show up and you're like, I don't know fuck about shit.
Yeah. But they can't cut you type of thing. Cause
Yeah.
you pay your fucking dues, you get in, you get a uniform, you're gonna play.
Yeah.
You're gonna play at least 2 innings. Like, they're like, what do you know? And I was like, I don't know shit. And they're like, can you catch a ball? And I was like, I mean, yeah, kinda. We'll put you on first base. And I was like,
Terrible idea.
Dude.
You went right to right field.
yeah. So we'll talk about that. So first base, I'm like, all right. So I was like, what do I do? I was like, well, when the ball's hit, if it doesn't hit to you, you get on the base, you put your foot on the base, you catch the ball. All right, easy enough. I got that. So I'm playing with someone who I actually went to high school with, who was a shortstop named Victor. Victor Tidsley. He actually has a very popular YouTube channel right now called Tills Pop with this. I think it's a cousin. Very popular.
Shout out Victor.
Yeah, shout out Victor. Yeah, they do. They open Funko Pops. Like they have like.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, it's coming out right now. But he has they have I think thousands of Funko Pops. They opened up all the rare ones. Like it's pretty cool. But he's done a little bit of everything. He's been like a comedian, rapper. Like he was really good at football type of stuff.
After this, I'm gonna follow him. Like, I don't want to interrupt your story. Like, I fuck with Funko Pops.
Yeah.
I don't care what you people say.
They're
I
pretty
fuck
funny.
with
They
Funko
like
Pops.
freestyle and shit during it. It's
Yeah.
actually a pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
a pretty funny channel. But yeah, definitely check it out. Tills Pops. But he was shortstop, taller dude. Always been super really good at sports. He was the main quarterback whenever I played through JV and varsity. Like with this guy, same thing. And so a ball's hit to him, shortstop. Hits it. Lines that shit at me, dude. Like I said, he was really good. So
Shortstop's usually the best fielder.
exactly. He's definitely the best player on the field at the time. And he fucking heaves that shit at me, dude. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm here. And I completely missed the ball. Didn't even move my glove. So my glove's like up here by my face.
Yeah.
The ball's at my shin. The dude launches that shit at me, dude. Hits my shin. Like crumbles me instantly, dude. Just instantly just on the ground. Instant. And I'm like, it hurt so you ever hit your shin on anything?
Oh yeah.
Imagine a fucking baseball fucking just gleaming at you and just tearing your shin up, dude. That's exactly what happened. And then, thank you. I crumble and I start bawling my eyes out at 13. I have
The
pubic
worst
hair.
time.
I have pubic hair already, dude. And I'm crying on first base. And, everybody feels bad. Practice stops. Everybody's like surrounded by me. And I remember, because I wanted to be so much like my dad at the time, dude.
Yeah.
And so much just be as good as he was, be as good as my uncle was type of thing. And clearly I wasn't there. And I remember man, dude, they're going to put me back in the system after this shit.
You thought your parents were gonna return you? Like you were the wrong T-shirt?
They're like, this kid fucking sucks. So we're going to take him back.
Not gonna be in the MLB. We need to return him. Get a different foster kid.
Yeah. Dude, I legit thought that. And I was like, I suck so bad. They're going to fucking legit return me, dude. And I was like, I'm not sure if they even can. But I was like, I legit remember sitting there just crying, my fucking shin bruise, and just like, well, that's it. Looks like I'm not getting any parents.
This is my one shot. Back to the foster care system I go.
Oh, man. I've never told my parents that, but they definitely we haven't.
Do they watch the show at all?
I think they did, so they're about to find out. But just I remember that, dude, so fucking vividly, dude, on how bad that was. And just my dad and my uncle, they were both there at the same time. They were like, we're gonna get you right, but your ass is going to right field. So my dad and my uncle, they both kind of mentored me type of thing, and I actually ended up getting really good.
Yeah.
Moving on through my career, varsity or JV varsity and stuff like that, and trying out in fucking community college. That doesn't really say much, but it's
Hey, he played at the next levels more than I did.
but it's funny to see all that come to fruition. I remember just thinking how fucked I was and how terrible I was to thinking I was gonna get returned like a fucking like a bad I don't know, like a bad piece of meat or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or you hear that? This foster care kid was a little overdone.
Yeah,
I asked for medium rare.
this one's well done.
That's a yeah, like good conversation on mentors in your life, right? Because
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with if you had a dad or anything that's your mentor. But I do appreciate people that give back to the community, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
a coach, a teacher, whoever may be. Like I'm even trying to do that in our current job.
Yeah,
It's just hard to do.
it is. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to give back. Like even
Yeah.
even at the higher levels. Like I know I remember played CC Sabathios from Vallejo, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Closing pitcher, he played a long time with the Yankees and stuff like that.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Hall of Fame for sure. From Vallejo, gives back to his community type of thing. E40 gives back to his community type of thing. CJ Anderson, I played against him in high school, and he was
Fucking murdered you.
he fucking ran all over us. But it's just cool to see though that all these people are just want to give back type of thing. Even just on the mentor level of just people who stayed at home, stuff like that. Like even like my uncle, man, like he always same thing. He's always just been about giving back. He knows everybody in fucking Vallejo, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody. And it's just cool to be related to that type of mentality of giving back to everybody. Even my parents, man, they're all about just doing right type of thing. And that's and as these people come in and out of our lives, we want to mimic that as best we can. Even like with Brian's dad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's my parents. It's something that we hope we can emulate in some form and fashion as we progress through our life type of thing.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna move on here in a minute, but
Yeah.
what's funny is a lot of people got life goals and stuff,
Yeah.
and one of my goals is here in the next 10 years, I want a double bachelor and I want to have a master's degree and stuff, right? But when I get out of the military, I wanna. It's funny. This is a weird dream of mine. I want to be that old guy in a town where I'm the high school football coach or even the Pee Wee football coach or something. And I do that shit for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
The community is oh, there goes Cole. Hey coach, how's the team doing? I'm ugh.
Yeah. He's abrasive, but he can fucking win games.
I was the whole, returning from baseball thing, that reminded me of one thing. So my dad, I'm really into football. My dad was really into baseball.
Yeah.
And that's what he played in high school. And he even had a coach. The guy didn't have any kids and he owned a restaurant. And that was his hobby, was he coached fucking, we call it pony league, travel baseball.
Okay, yeah.
But when you start getting travel baseball, that's when it's we are going to win.
Yeah.
Winning fucking matters. We're done with the basics.
Yeah.
Winning fucking matters.
You're here to win.
That was his hobby.
Yeah.
So he had the middle school kids.
Recruiting and everything.
And he was a coach in the 70s, right? When people could say whatever the fuck they want. My dad tells me this story about this old guy from our farm town, and his nephew was on the team, and his nephew was fucking up, and he was yelling at him. And the kid just walked off the field. And while the kid was quitting and walking off the field, this guy was throwing rocks at the fucking dugout. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking quitter. To his own nephew.
Jesus, I'm here to win games.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying.
That's what he's and my dad's I loved he was a good guy, but he's he taught us winning does matter now.
Absolutely, yeah. You need those dudes in your life who are just they're not there to cater to your emotions type of thing.
No.
If you want to be or you want to get better, this is what it's gonna take.
Well, and that's what Brian's dad did when I was he's hey, cut this sheet metal. And he's by the way, the sheet metal's expensive. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
What's the first thing I do? I fuck it up.
Yeah.
And he he wasn't nice about it. I cut it and he goes, this is what you give me? I'm what do you mean? He holds it up to the light. He's it's fucking crook. And it was woo. And I was duck it out of my pay. And he wasn't oh, you're my son's friend. He's this is fucked up. Go do it again.
Yeah.
But mentors help you.
Yeah.
one, take criticism, right? Like there's so many, like in our job, we teach people like how to do our job. Like we are instructors,
Literally instructors.
and you can tell the dudes that didn't have extracurriculars and don't know how to take constructive criticism.
They just crumble under pressure. Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was the other thing. It's just like he's talking about that. Like this is what this guy does. He's like, get the fuck out of here, quitter. Like to his own, pretty much his own kid.
Yeah. I it's cool, man. I hope to be that one day. I hope to emulate that some form of fashion one day.
You know what we should do is we should like you and I should coach like a little league or a pee-wee football
T-ball team.
Yeah, like a little league baseball team or a pee-wee football team, and it can be the team can be the Brodega podcast team. And we're just somewhere they're like dude, I'll tell you what, I coached 6-year-olds in basketball one year and I had a fucking blast. We only won one game.
Yeah.
It is so goddamn fun. Especially because like kids have no filter, but like you know, run around little Brodega podcast jerseys.
I'm so fucking down. That would be
and then the best part is we're advertising on these kids, and people are going to watch a show and like, why the fuck is my kid wearing this jersey?
Why are these two dudes coaching fucking basketball?
Talk about episode 6. They talk about shit for 45 minutes.
Yeah. I think that'd be fucking hilarious, dude.
Be on the lookout. The Brodega podcast pee-wee football team.
Yeah.
We're gonna go undefeated. We'll teach them how it's like to win.
We'll feed them like monsters and pixie sticks before the game and let them loose.
So like all the Gatorade bottles are filled with Rain energy. Like, well, there's no sugar.
Yeah.
There's 300 grams of caffeine. Yeah, they're out there fucking winning. It's 49-0.
Yeah, they're losing their goddamn minds. The ADHD kids is asleep. He's like the kicker because caffeine's like reversed on kids in the hyperactive.
Tyler, get out there and kick the ball. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, but hey,
dude.
Good conversation there.
Absolutely.
Hey, we'll pick it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone giving us that forum.
Absolutely.
So as I've said, I am a major cinephile, like Michael Bolton.
You gotta change that name, dude. Cinephile.
That is a thing.
Yeah, and so is pedophile.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you ever seen a guy on YouTube named Fed Smoker?
No.
Like, I'm not gonna claim it here. Like on one of Tom Segura's podcasts, there's this guy they found on YouTube, and he's like legitimately a meth head that documents his meth head stuff.
Oh shit.
And like, there's one, he goes up to like some secure facility, and the security guard's like, "Hey, you got to get out of here." He's like, "I don't fucking have to do nothing." I was like, "I'm over the fence." And like the guy like puts his fingers in, he's like, "Yeah, try to grab the camera through the fence, chomo." And like, how do you get a job here, fuckface? And he like it just that reminded me, like he calls people he's like, "Yeah, get on out of here, chomo."
What the fuck's a chomo?
Child molester.
Oh shit.
She called people chomo. He doesn't open his teeth to talk because he's high.
Good lord.
How do you get a job here, fuckface?
All right, man.
But
Unknown movie recommendations.
So
I know you watch a shitload of movies.
yeah,
You're
that's what a cinephile is.
a movie freak, we'll call it.
Movie fanatic.
Movie fanatic. That's
If
better.
you don't like the word, listen to Captain Jack Sparrow by the Lonely Island. They call Michael Bolton a major cinephile.
All right. I don't like the word.
Okay, movie lover.
Yeah.
So
Movie baiter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in the Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm gonna watch it so hard. So we were thinking about, we had good movie talk.
Yeah.
Back in episode 5, and as much movies as I watch, like a lot of people are like, how the fuck do you know about that? I thought I'd spread my movie knowledge.
Okay. Just
Right.
throw your movie seat all over this podcast.
Yeah, and what's supposed to be is like, some people are like, oh, I know what that fucking movie is, but these are generally supposed to be movies that are good, that you probably haven't heard of, that I think you should check out. Now I want to throw a caveat out there, okay? Like sometimes these movies, they're good,
Yeah.
but they don't have Avengers Endgame budgets.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like you have to take that into retrospect, and I think it's impressive. Like for instance, Napoleon Dynamite, That movie had like a $40,000 budget.
We will talk about that on a later episode.
Yeah, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about what you did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like that movie had like a $40,000 budget to start out with.
And it made millions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for this week, my movie recommendation, we're gonna keep it at a comedy.
Okay.
I'm curious if you've seen this movie, and I know my dad's gonna love this because my dad and I quote this movie all the time, and it's extremely underrated. It's a movie called The Goods.
The Goods. Oh.
Buy hard, sell hard.
Yeah.
It's a movie about used car salesmen.
I love it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's fucking
the
hilarious.
DJ.
Yeah. So it actually has a lot of famous people in it.
Yeah, really fucking famous
But
people.
a lot of these famous people is like one of their first movies.
Yeah.
And so what the movie is, there's like there's a car dealership in like Ranchero, California, or like some bullshit, and they've got to sell cars, so they bring in these outside help to help them sell cars. And the main character is Don Reddy. And his card says, "Don Reddy, I sell cars, motherfucker."
Yeah.
It's rated R. And his crew, he's got the chick from Step Brothers that's in love with Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to roll you in a ball and stick you up my vagina.
Yeah.
That chick. Vin Rames,
Yep.
black guy from Mission Impossible. Is
Yep.
probably, and there's one other, I can't remember. He's not really big, but there's another crew. But there's just like there's a lot of great,
There's
clever.
a lot
Will
of fucking,
Ferrell's in it for
yeah.
about a minute.
A lot of great quotes.
Yep. And
It's a fucking funny movie all the way through.
so you were saying the DJ.
Yeah.
So the DJ is God, what's his name?
DJ Request
Yeah, it's DJ Request. His real name. It's a black guy from This Is the End,
and The Office.
in The Office and all that.
Yeah, he's a
Daryl
guy-
from The Office.
Yeah, he works in the warehouse, right?
Yeah. So he's the DJ,
Mm-hmm.
and like they have a DJ to like bring people in to buy cars, and his name is DJ Request. And throughout the movie, people will be like, "Hey man, play some Pearl Jam." And he's like, "Hey bro, I got you. DJ Request has you." And then he plays the exact fucking opposite of what the people ask for, and then he's like, "Nobody tells DJ Request what to play.
Yeah.
They will test you, and you must drive on."
It's amazing. That's a good. I think it's on Netflix. The
It
last time
might
I
be.
watched it.
If it's on Prime for like $2, buy it. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
dude.
And then like the last thing I'll say is one quote my dad, like I don't want to give it all away, but one quote my dad and I always say to each other. It's the part with Will Ferrell in it is what I'll say. He's like, something unfortunate happens, and any of us will be like, "Oh fuck," and he just takes it like, "Oh you asshole," and he's like, "Oh no, the dildos are back." He's like, "I wish I had some Sunny D right now. 10% fruit juice, motherfuckers." But yeah, I recommend it. The Goods, buy hard, sell hard. Go watch it. It's a
Yeah.
hilarious movie.
Amazing recommendation. I 100% agree with that. That's a fucking amazing movie. This last weekend, I showed up to Cars and Coffee extremely hungover,
Yeah, late. as fuck.
extremely late. I woke up at 6:30 and was like, "Well, we were playing fucking Apex all night," and
And I said, "I'm gonna go to bed because we have to get up early." And you
Yeah.
clearly did not take that hint.
I did take that hint. I got off one game after you. However, though, with my fucking new diet and drinking, it fucks me up. If you only eat fucking plant-based shit, it metabolizes way quicker. A six-pack will put me on my ass, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. But, anyways, so went to Cars and Coffee this weekend. Recorded some great cars. Ron from Slow Movement, his YouTube channel, his program, Slow Movement. Great scene. A lot of amazing cars there.
Yeah.
What was your favorite car there?
So it's funny. I had a tie between two.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a promo for the Cars and Coffee, and I want to give a shout out right now. I got there's like teams and stuff like for instance, Slow Movement, the
Mhm.
YouTube channel has their own team of cars. Like
Yeah.
they'll put the sticker on it and stuff
Mhm.
like that. That's like some in car culture I found out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cars was part of NVS USA, and I said
No, it's-
NV USA.
Yeah.
So
So it's envious, as in like envious.
I
Yeah.
just now getting that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I was like NV.
They're actually like nationwide.
That's what you're saying.
Mhm.
So like that's why like I apologize for butchering the name if you're watching. So they had a couple BMWs there. I really and like believe it or not, like one of them I really liked was I think it was wrapped.
It was an M2.
That pink M2.
Yeah.
That was
It
clean.
was like a pink purple.
Yeah, well, like so if I had a nice car,
Mm-hmm.
I would get it vinyl wrapped and I would do something fucking wacky with
Yeah,
it.
an outrageous color. Yeah, absolutely.
And so I really appreciated that.
Mhm.
And I also liked the one that was like two cars from it. It was another BMW
M3.
M3
was
and
blue.
yeah, it was like a teal with
Yeah.
white wheels. That one
Yeah.
was nice. So it was kind of tied there, but I also liked help me out was it the E89?
Oh,
Or-
the red car?
yeah,
The A86.
A86.
The
So
Corolla, yeah.
yeah, so again, I want to give a shout out to them too because that team actually followed us on Instagram.
Did they?
They did.
Oh shit, that was
Yeah.
how I do that. Okay, I saw the subscriber.
Yeah, I was going through their Instagram and his team followed us.
Yeah.
And so I just want to give a shout out to them first of all.
Mhm.
And the other thing is like I'm not as versed in cars as Tommy is, but that thing was so fucking
I'm
clean.
not gonna lie. This was probably one of the cleanest A86 I've ever seen in my life. It was red on black. I actually have a whole bunch of video I shot. So I'm gonna, I'm kind of working on my video editing skills, stuff like that, and it's just,
I'm not being rude. Please keep talking.
yeah. So it's just like a kind of like just trying to learn how to go through video editing programs and just make really cool like car videos and stuff like that. But one of the cleanest A86 I've ever seen in my life was in fucking Pooler, Georgia, that last weekend, and it was beam swapped, ITBs, full roll caged out, work equipped wheels, super clean paint. I think it had like a Nardi steering wheel on it, or stuff like that. 2 racing seats and everything in it. It still had AC, which was fucking
Yeah.
insane. But I'm just saying, like, it was probably the cleanest car at the show there. It got a lot of attention.
It was beautiful. And so the reason why I got on my phone real quick was I wanted to give a shout out to his team. So it's called the Prestige Car Club on
I did see
Instagram.
that, yeah.
So he's part of that club. So shout out to the Prestige Car Club. Yeah, that was I think probably the coolest car there
Yeah.
with respect to NVS.
Yeah, NVS, I mean, the cars, if you know anything about cars, NVS is just they're all over the essentially the nation.
Yeah.
I remember back in California, NVS were always the best looking cars. Like
Yeah.
I used to always go to a lot of car shows in Napa.
Fits the name. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, and they were always the best looking, the fastest cars at the shows every single time.
Yeah.
It's definitely a badge earned type of thing. But yeah, they had the whole row there. They had that V-Dub, the Golf that was slammed. They had a fake taxi.
I was about to say
advertisement on there.
So that was like, if I have to be non-biased, those 3 were my favorite.
Yeah.
But that Golf, so this guy had like those big triangle signs for like pizza companies.
Yeah.
This dude had one of those big signs on his car for fake taxi. Now I had to Google it because I don't watch porn, like obviously, but like fake taxi is a porn company, and that one I was like, oh, that's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet the driver check. I couldn't figure out or
I think he was
find.
out and about.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to that one too. That was cool. Like that row was probably my favorite, but yeah, that Toyota was fucking.
Yeah, keep
sick.
a lookout on that video. I'm gonna go through. I want to really learn how to edit and try to get way better. I just like the slow mos and like the whole cinematic look and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get better each day.
Yeah, and lastly, just real quick, go follow Slow Movement on all major platforms. He's been extremely helpful to us on our journey, like giving like me some advice, because he's been in the YouTube game a little bit longer than us. Some of the things he learned, he was totally cool with working on with us, even though this was his event.
Yeah.
And so go follow him on Instagram, YouTube, all of that.
Yep.
And another shout out to Prestige Car Club for the follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Staying on car subjects. I was on TikTok again, you know what I mean? Going through our shit, looking at all of our 600 likes. and
All 81 of our followers.
yeah, and I didn't know this, but Volvo makes a car that they're about to start calling death proof. And the reason why they call it death proof for the whole life that the car's been out, I think Gage just bought one.
Yeah, he did.
He posted it. So, but it's the Volvo XC90 is about a few months away from being called the death proof car, because in every accident they've ever been in, they've never had a fatality in it.
Not
like,
one person has died in this car.
Not one person has died in this car.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, it's a big fucking deal, dude. Like, that's not normal. And, Volvo, like, it's never really a company that you always like, oh, yeah. Like,
Oh, Volvo. Wow.
yeah, it's like kind of like a joke, kind of
Yeah.
like manufacturer type of thing. You always hear like Volvo jokes and stuff like that. But,
I'd say it's the Honda of the
like
European world.
yeah, like the German, yeah, exactly.
Reliable as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to have have an old station wagon that comes turboed.
Yeah.
Like from the manufacturer, and I've seen people do amazing drift videos with these fucking cars, and I would love to get my hands on one, but there's not. They've all been scooped up type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, they're amazing cars, and I think 2021, if they make it through 2021, they're officially gonna label this car as death proof.
That's fucking legit.
Yeah.
It's funny too. It's a Volvo,
Mm-hmm.
and when I hear death proof, that makes me think of like something out of Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like some car that's just like spitting flames, and there's some
Yep.
dude playing the guitar on the back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a Volvo.
Oh yeah. So moving from cars, who do you play this week on Final
Fantasy,
I
huh?
keep saying every
Goddamn, dude.
I love Final Fantasy.
Well, you know what, dude? I'm fucking desperate. I am 0-3.
I know.
And I said 3 weeks ago that I thought I was going to lose like 3 games. So I have to go undefeated the rest of the season.
Oof.
And I play fucking Mike. And he's 3-0.
He just whooped my ass last week.
Yeah. And dude, you know what I noticed too is like in this league, every single person I've played has had their best game.
Yeah.
Last week, I put
You
for
put
those
up
of
a
you,
lot of points.
I put up the second highest amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
The first highest was the guy I fucking played.
Yeah.
Like, that's the type of shit. Like, I'm gonna have to put up an astronomical amount of points just to fucking win. Apparently, I'm the most scored upon guy in the league.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I played Mike, and of course, I'm like, I gotta turn this around. Like, if I can't go 0-4.
Yeah. Well, I hope you give Mike his first fucking.
And that's what I'm saying. It would be sweet, but of course, like I think we said before, Mike's that fucking dude that is just always lucky.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure everyone knows a guy where you're just like, no matter what that fucking dude does, he's just like, I don't know, man. I just hit the golf ball and I went 300 yards. I've never even golfed before.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree.
And so it would be sweet to hand him
I
his
hope
loss,
you do.
but it's not looking good.
He's beaten by 40 fucking points.
Yeah, he whooped your ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I play Jason, our old boss.
Oh yeah.
Or old boss's
fucking
boss.
Jason, answer my fucking trade request, by the way.
He's like we talked about last episode, he's amazing at fucking fantasy football. And I fully expect to get my ass whooped since Christian McCaffrey is out.
I'll trade you.
No, he'll be back in a few weeks.
All right, man. Salvage your season, you know.
Yeah. I put Kareem Hunt in for him. He did great last week.
My boy Kareem.
Yeah.
Fucking running in touchdowns and kicking girls in the face. What's up? I don't condone domestic violence. That was a joke.
But he did beat her ass in the elevator, though.
Punted her face.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And Ray Rice does the same shit, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
automatic ban.
I don't understand that. Yeah. But I mean,
he's the
I
first
get
one to do it.
Is that what it was? They set example with him.
Yeah, he's the first one to do it.
Yeah. That's terrible. I mean, you should never hit a lady, but yeah. It's.
Yeah, no, like that. No jokes out. I'm honestly making a joke. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, definitely never hit a lady, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of crazy they still in the league after
He punted a girl's face.
Yeah, they ostracized Ray Rice for what he did, and shit. I mean, should be that. I mean, you're gonna pay $1 million. Fucking compose yourself.
Well, we just talked about earlier in this episode. I got a lot of shit to lose, and by a lot of shit to lose, I got a $40,000 a year salary to lose. And these guys were like, "Oh, I make $8 million a year. Let me punt someone in the face."
Yeah, terrible fucking people.
But yeah, that league is, I don't know, man. We'll see. Like this week is big for me.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm playing maybe the best guy in the league.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's big, and it's funny
The
thing
luckiest guy in the league.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's one of the 2 undefeated people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny. I'm in another league, and I was having similar results. I was 0-2 in both leagues. I'm like, dude, and I drafted differently. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And in this league, I'm in a 14-man league.
Oh shit.
Which is that's too many people.
Yeah,
And-
it's hard to draft. At that point, you're getting like the backups to the backup type of thing.
Dude, it is so hard to find backups. Like quarterbacks, I had to pick up Taylor Heineke, which is
Jesus.
he was a Division III quarterback, and he's playing for the Washington football team right now. But that league, I'm 13th out of 14,
Good lord.
and I played the number 1 guy, and I beat his fucking ass.
Nice, nice.
And it was just like, oh, it was so much sweeter because I was getting pissed off. And
Yeah.
and now guess what? I beat the number 1 guy, and this week I played the new number 1 guy.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe 2 upsets in a row.
I fucking hope so. Let me know.
Oh, if I come in here fucking blowing fucking shooting streamers and confetti off, yeah, 2 number 1s down by the fucking Ric Flair's Nature Boys 2.0.
I love it, dude. So something came across my stream the other day, and something I had no clue about.
I've been really excited to talk about this. You
Yeah.
sent me this.
Yeah, Janikowski.
Sebastian Janikowski, the left leg wonder, the Oakland Raiders
Oakland Raiders lead
scorer.
scorer, which kind of says a lot about the Oakland Raiders and how fucking trash they are.
Actually,
but a kicker is the best fucking.
Believe it or not,
scorer.
most franchises, their kicker is the leading scorer. 'Cause if you think about it,
Fuck the Raiders.
well, like think about it. Whenever you score, the kicker goes and scores.
Yeah.
And then whenever you don't score, the kicker kicks a field goal.
Yeah.
And then kickers can play for like 25 years.
Yeah.
But Janikowski's
that's
my
the Raiders.
boy, dude. I get it. Like you don't like the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some love from my fellow lefty in Janikowski.
Yeah, Devil's hand. But yeah, so I found out that he actually tried out. How was it? His varsity year as a kicker. He showed up in jeans and tennis shoes.
It was his junior year, yeah,
Yeah,
of college.
Of-
Dude, like,
of college.
yeah,
Jesus, he showed up in jeans and tennis shoes and kicked an 80-something yard field goal.
yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm that dude."
That is what I do.
Yeah, the dude is fucking insane. He went to the Playboy Mansion, and multiple, are they called playmates?
Yeah,
Okay, multiple playmates said he was the hardest partying athlete they have ever experienced.
yeah,
I'm like, this dude's a fucking kicker.
yeah. He was left leg, so a lot of people know who he was because he kicked left leg. Like that's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
One, he was like 6'5", 250,
Yeah.
and a beast of a man.
Mm-hmm.
And you could like see his gut through his jersey. Like the man did not work out. But if you needed to kick a 55-yard field goal, he was your man.
Yeah. The dude
Probably
was,
hung over too.
I would not doubt it. They said that he would snort so much coke, like not even in practice, like before the game, and he'd just be sitting on the sidelines, just fucking coked out of his mind. And it was just like, this dude's a fucking kicker.
Yeah. Usually kickers are ostracized on football teams.
Are they?
Like it depends. Like the good ones, like Justin Tucker, Mason
Yeah.
Crosby, Adam Vinatieri, like kind of legends.
Mm-hmm.
They're not because they're like that dude makes clutch kicks. He doesn't miss, right?
Justin Tucker just made the record for the.
Yeah, like
Longest together.
those guys have respect, but the whole thing is like, you know, like, say you're a young dude and you're missing field goals, like think about it. You got guys out there sacrificing their bodies
Mm-hmm.
and like their brains and stuff to make touchdowns and tackles
Yeah.
and stuff. And your job is to go out there and kick the fucking ball. Now, look, I got love for Pat McAfee and the brand.
Oh yeah.
I love that podcast. I love Pat McAfee. But like that's the whole thing is.
Pat McAfee be out there laying hits, dude.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
his videos.
But that's the whole thing is like on teams, kickers are kind of like
yeah.
a lot of
Doing the
times
whole
you
thing.
got to earn that you got to earn that respect.
Yeah.
But like Janikowski, like everyone's like, "What's up, Sebastian?" You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Even that, he even had to sit out a couple weeks because he had an infection in his kicking foot
yeah.
from a testicle piercing that went bad. Like this dude was like about it. You know what I mean? Like he was the party boy of being a kicker.
Yeah. So like that was the thing. People around the league knew who Sebastian Janikowski was.
Yeah.
And like, it goes back to you're saying Mike's that guy's always lucky. Everybody knows that dude that's like a chain smoker, always hungover, and you could be like, "Hey, let's go run 2 miles," and they like take a drag off their cigarette and flick it, and they be like, "Let's go," and just smoke you.
Yeah.
That's Sebastian Janikowski.
yeah.
And like, you know what's hilarious was you sent me that, right? You're
Mhm.
like, we gotta talk. I was like, oh, I know about Janikowski.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shit you not, yesterday I'm listening to the Pat McAfee show.
Yep.
And guess who he fucking brings up?
Janikowski.
Janikowski.
Mhm.
Janikowski knew how to party in the NFL without getting busted. So in the NFL, these guys get drug tested a lot.
Yeah.
And even in the off season,
Jesus Christ.
they'll fly dudes out for random drug. It's not as frequent, but like
Yeah.
they'll fly dudes out for random drug tests. And they'll be like, "Hey, you're being random, like knock on your door, you're being randomly drug tested by the NFL." And Pat McAfee's like, "Damn, dude, like like that's insane." Janikowski goes, "My friend, you know how you get around that?" He goes, "You go on cruise. I go on cruise all the time. What they going to do? Land on boat?" Like this dude would go on cruises just so he could do drugs and not get caught.
Jesus Christ, that dude had it, dude. He knew how to fucking beat the system.
Yeah.
And he played for what? Fucking 15 plus years?
Oh, long ass time. He made his money,
Yeah.
and I think so. One reason why I know who he is, like when you brought that up, was
Mhm.
my buddy Brian, who I previously brought up. We played football together. He was a great football player, an even better wrestler.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And Brian was he was Sebastian Janikowski. Like I can neither confirm nor deny, but Brian may or may not smoke 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day at the age of 16.
Jesus Christ.
We allegedly cannot confirm nor deny. We would drive around before football games, and he would chain smoke cigarettes to get his nicotine in, because he knew he would have to go about 6 hours without a cigarette.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, dude, I wish I was part of like the 1970s like Raiders that would just beat the shit out of people.
Yeah.
They'd be like on the sidelines smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish we could do that.
I
And he was like
remember
16.
seeing I remember seeing Joe Namath like take a drag before
Yeah.
fucking getting on the field, dude.
Yeah, back in those days, he's like,
Yeah.
I wish we could fucking do that. And he was like, I'm telling you, he was a better athlete than I was.
Oh, yeah.
He would chain smoke cigarettes, 2 packs a day, like show up hungover to practices and stuff. And he would just be like he was that dude.
Mhm.
He would just be like, he'd make a couple tackles, couple sacks, and he'd be like, what were we drinking tonight? I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, you're having a hell of a game. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of hungover. I'm cramping up a little bit.
I can't even fucking if I don't get enough water, I can't run right.
Yeah, I'm like, before games, I had a ritual like Thursday nights, or like I'd like tell my girlfriend, I'm like, no, we can't hang out. I got to build up testosterone. And then like that day, like I'm like, I didn't really give a fuck about school. I was worrying about the game. And then like I had the same Subway sandwich I would eat, that like wouldn't make me feel like shit, but give me some energy.
Yeah.
And like Brian's like, you want to go drive around for 30 minutes and he's smoking? I'm like, God damn it. And then like I had vascularity pills for lifting weights. So it just makes like your oxygenated blood move faster.
Yeah.
And I was telling him what it is. He goes, "That sounds like it might help me." I was like, "You probably shouldn't take these before a football game. Dude. It's like for lifting weights, not like cardiovascular."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Give me like," I'm like, "It says to take 2." He's like, "Give me like 4." And he would like throw it back. He's like, "Let's go do this thing." And like that was Brian. He was Sebastian. That's how I know about Sebastian Janikowski. Brian was like that fucking dude.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And
if
like,
only we can be that way, dude.
I was so. I remember telling him like, "Could you imagine if you were straight edge like I was?" Or like I wasn't even that straight edge.
Like
Like
how good you could have been.
yeah, like well, we had a guy that was truly straight edge. Like he would lift weight, and he rightfully so. Like he went and played college football. He deserved it all.
Yeah.
He was fucking straight edge, like lifting weights before the game,
Ooh.
type shit.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, if I was like, could you imagine if you had a work ethic like him? How fucking unstoppable you'd be. Like yeah, but drinking
Fuck.
beer's a lot of fun.
Yeah, like fuck that.
Yeah. So that Brian was like a high school Janikowski.
Love it, dude. All right, man. That's all we have on the docket today.
Yeah.
Close this show up. As we talked about, man, make sure to go like, follow, and share Slow Movements page. Also, remember go check out all of our pages. We're on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok now.
Yeah.
Twitter. I remember you tweeted at Pat.
Tweet at
McAfee.
Pat McAfee. I'm a little mad at you, Pat. I thought I had better tweets than what you read out. Just saying. And fuck Mac Nagy. Head coach
Yeah.
of the Chicago Bears. He can go fuck himself.
Yeah, well, I like it. Yeah, that's all we have for today, man.
Yeah. Hey, come on. Subscribe, share, tell a friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I can't emphasize how much it helps us grow. And we have something coming
Yeah.
if you share this podcast and you get it out. So the goal is to get it to people. Like, this is phase 2 of our operation. We want people to know that don't know us about the Brodega podcast. So go like, subscribe, share it. It means so much to us. And I'm telling you, we got something coming soon. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a great weekend. Hey, have a safe trip. Have fun.
Thanks, man.
And we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Yeah. See you guys. Peace out.